So it's a brand new launch, brand new designs. In my opinion, this is the most professional and good looking designs I've had on my website. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see Kobe Bryant's, and basically I listened to every one of you guys' comments. I did 2 or 3 times more designs that I originally should have done, but I put a lot of time and energy and money into this process, so you guys can enjoy new shirts from your favorite players. So I also give you guys a 24% discount using the code NBA20. I really wanted to do that because I know a lot of you guys enjoy, a lot of you guys have been asking for it, so I'm finally giving it to you guys in brand new launch, and the designs are fire. Go check them out, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace out.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
With the 4th pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Liepaja, Latvia. He last played for Sevilla in Spain.
The world watching that Phil Jackson losses might be smoking crack, because it's some bullshit.
Wow. I mean, I would have went with, honestly, anybody else at that point. It is a f***ing joke. I don't know. I put so much effort into this f***ing team. What did I do to deserve this? They never, ever learn.
If you're Phil Jackson at 4, do you take Porzingis?
I personally was leaning more towards Boudier or Winslow, like probably many other people as well.
Winslow.
I would have taken Winslow.
The despair on the young Knicks fans' face, and perhaps Chris Porzingis can turn these fans around at some point.
This is about now, because when you look at the fact that Phil Jackson picked this individual, you're talking about a project. Phil Jackson in the New York Knicks passed up on at least 4 dudes who are NBA ready now. You were going to be respectable. You were going to contend for a playoff spot within the Eastern Conference. Then has the temerity, the unmitigated gall, the disgusting proclamation that you did a great job.
Preview show last night, you were very skeptical about making a pick of a guy like Porzingis this early in the draft.
Him in particular. And here's why. All of the terms I'm hearing about this young man is 2 or 3 years. Rim protector in a couple of years, possibly. A project, real thin. I just felt like they deserved a turnkey type player. And Justice Winslow would have gave them that to play with Carmelo Anthony.
Because there are so many unknowns, because so many people haven't seen you play, obviously there are some hesitations. What do you want people to know about you and your game that they might not know?
For those people who don't know me, they may think that I'm, soft European who likes basketball. They've been busts before, so I'm different. I just really love the game. I'm very hungry. I'm looking forward to playing the best league in the world against the best players in the world, and it's my passion about the game that sets me apart.
New York Knicks fans were at the Barclays Center booing because we recognize that we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived by Phil Jackson and the New York Knicks. What the f did they do? Who the f is this? Who the f is Tingus Pingus? I never heard of f***ing Latvia. You drafted this f***ing kid, you stupid mother. This cocksucker might not even have a f***ing green card. Get the f*** out of here, you motherfucker. Who the f*** is this kid?
90% of people in New York knows how to do my job better than myself. Definitely. Do this, do that on the court. You gotta be more. You gotta shoot more. You gotta pass more.
Well, number one is the thing that I'm gonna work for the rest of my career on is the physical aspect. Obviously I want to get stronger.
As long as me and KP know our relationship, that's all that really matters. That's not speculating out there. But as far as him coming into this season, I mean, I kind of feel bad for him, man, because there's so much pressure on him at this point, and this guy hasn't played not even 1 minute in the NBA, you know. So I'm gonna try to kind of be a big brother to him, man, and kind of take the pressure off of him a little bit, because it's going to be so much pressure, and it's something that he never experienced yet or before. So I mean, he's 19 years old. He's first time into the NBA. This is new to him, and to be a newcomer into this game, into this league in New York, that's tough. And I don't think he knows what he's about to get himself into. So I got to kind of, you know, be that wall for him.
The Knicks faithful has been looking for in this game, and it comes from your 20-year-old rookie, Porzingis.
He's already pretty good. He might be the rookie of the year this year.
I don't think that's saying much.
Well, you got to embrace that. I'm seeing Dirk who can play some defense. That's what this kid is. No?
Dirk?
Yeah.
Did you just say Dirk?
I did say it. I just said it.
Oh, you just insulted Dirk Nowitzki?
I didn't insult him.
Knicks rookie with at least 3 double-doubles in his first 7 games since Patrick Ewing.
He's 7'3" and can move. He better do something.
We got to move on.
You know, I wish him nothing but luck, and I think the sky's the limit for this kid. Not only because he's good, but also because I heard he lives and breathes basketball. I mean, he stays in the gym, he works hard, and he doesn't let all this hype here get to his head, and we got to root for him.
Got a back shot, it's good, and a foul!
Sorry about that on draft night, but we're behind you 100% now. You go, guys. It's official now. You're in New York, and we got your back.
That was nasty, sassy stuff. Porzingis hits a three. Now Porzingis with another block, and then he held on to the basketball. Short. Porzingis again.
I mean, number one for me is always basketball. You know, it's just what makes me happy is to win games, and that's it. Just to win games. And so, you know, going to the next season, that's all I'm thinking about. We want to win, and we want to make it to the playoffs. We want to have a better season than we had this year. We got to make big things happen.
Ooh, Kristaps Porzingis' game-winning buzzer beater versus the Hornets was waved off, but he finished with his 4th double-double in 9 career games. And according to Elias, he became the youngest Knicks player ever with 15 rebounds in a game. Stephen A., are you encouraged or discouraged by this loss?
No, I'm very encouraged by this guy. And you know, Phil Jackson is looking better and better as the season progresses. First of all, he had about 15 rebounds. Secondly, he shoots well from the free throw line. That's good. He can move. He's athletic. That's good. It seems to me that the only thing that he needs to work on is just bulking up, getting in the weight room, doing some squats, some bench presses, and things of that nature. But clearly he has the height already. He's not scared of the big moment.
It's been so long since I saw the Knicks have like end of game emotion where they're hugging each other. And it was fun to watch. It was like, wow, the Knicks are happy.
Well, these guys go out every single game. They're playing hard. They're going after it. They're not wilting beneath the pressure. It takes greatness to beat them. And Porzingis can play.
So for the past few years, the routine at Madison Square Garden has been the same. Most nights fans would trudge in, watch something sad, and then trudge out, with the building often feeling more like an elementary school library than the world's most famous arena.
Kristaps Porzingis has another big night for the Knicks. 29 points and 11 boards in a win over the Hornets. Stephen A., what is your reaction to all this sing love in your city?
I gotta admit, I'm stunned. He deserves it. I like the promise. Phil Jackson looks like he did well with this pick. I'm actually gonna go to the Knicks game. I'm gonna end my.
Are you? Yeah. Are you willing willing to admit that the future is suddenly now for your Knicks thanks to a 20-year-old.
I wouldn't say
7'3".
The future is now. What I would tell you is that I like Porzingis a lot. Very pleased with what I'm seeing for the New York Knicks. I want to state for the record, you should go and support the Knicks. My boycott is over.
One thing for me, please. Take a selfie with Porzingis. Please, please.
And now Porzingis with another block, and then he held on to the basketball. Lighting the crowd.
Do people understand what you're dealing with? The reason I'm so upset that the Mavs stole it from the Knicks, he is 7'3" with a pure shot, can put the ball on the floor, defend the rim, defend out in space. He's already a totally elite defender, and his offense is still getting better. But Max, let me say this. Porzingis has the chance to be the best player in basketball, period. That has the chance to be in the conversation, those two, Porzingis and Doncic, as the best duo in basketball. They have that kind of ceiling. Yes, if Porzingis is healthy, the Mavs make the playoffs. And if they put one more piece around those two, that could be a championship team. A healthy Kristaps Porzingis, it is insane that you have a generational talent in Porzingis. I believe Porzingis has the potential to be the best player in the world one day. People forget.
I agree with that.
Another young player on the rise, literally in this case, is Andrew Wiggins.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select Andrew Wiggins from Toronto and the University of Kansas.
Okay, so I want to reiterate my position on young Andrew Wiggins. Nothing personal against him. Had him on the show. Like him. Like his character. Like his work ethic. I don't believe he'll ever turn into an NBA superstar. So I think, Stephen A., you and I have agreed that's obviously not the best deal on the table.
Andrew Wiggins is from Canada. And Canadian athletes, I think, among NBA players and NBA people, perhaps don't want it as much as even some of the Europeans and certainly the American players.
Wrong. How do you prove being the #1 pick when you go into Cleveland?
Just going in and creating an impact off the bat, you know, just playing my game, have confidence in myself, you know, because I got to believe in myself before anyone else can.
I think they will move Andrew Wiggins at all costs.
You know, I just want to play for a team that wants me, so whichever team wants me, I'll play for.
Andrew Wiggins' effort, intensity sometimes was inconsistent at Kansas.
Do you think Cleveland wants you?
Yeah, I hope so.
Kevin Love made it very, very clear to the Minnesota Timberwolves that he was not going to sign with anyone after this upcoming season but Cleveland.
The Cleveland Cavaliers will add Love to their club, and that Andrew Wiggins will start his NBA career north of the 44th parallel.
I'm with you. That's not near enough for Kevin Love.
What is it like to be sitting here, though, right here, right now, about to make your NBA debut?
It's just exciting. You know, a moment I've been waiting for my whole life. You know, it's finally, the day is finally here. You know, so I'm excited.
6'8" forward, rock chalk Jayhawk from Kansas, number 22, Andrew Wiggins.
We got the Wiggins max deal. We've been talking about this for a few weeks. Owner Glenn Taylor said he's going to give him the $146.5 million. But he said, hey, I got to see him work harder. Normally, you got to work harder before you get that kind of money. But, you know, that's how it works in today's NBA. Would you max Andrew Wiggins out now?
I wouldn't if I'm the Timberwolves.
I still think that the top end of this team will be determined by how good he becomes. And we're now 4 years in. We've seen it. And typically you see guys make jumps by now. You kind of know who you are in 4 years. And if this is who Andrew Wiggins is going to be, then he's going to be a disappointing player.
Do you think he's a max player?
I don't think he's a max player now, no.
I really expect more out of him. The talent is there. I think sometimes Andrew just gets caught, you know, just floating in games, whereas he has the talent to be able to make a huge impact, whether it's defensively or offensively, and take over games. And he just, right now, just doesn't get it.
Andrew Wiggins at the buzzer. They'll review it, but it looked good.
Wiggins soaring. Oh, man. Andrew Wiggins dropped the hammer as he floated by.
That'll be on the highlight reel.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Wiggins for the tie. Bottom at the buzzer. Andrew.
I feel good. You know, I put a lot of work in the summer. I've been staying with the grind, so it feels good to be back.
Are you feeling this love?
I'm feeling it.
Great game tonight, Andrew.
Thank you.
40 points tonight for Andrew Wiggins and a big smile after this Timberwolves overtime win.
I told you how he felt about Karl Anthony Towns. I told you how he felt about Andrew Wiggins. And what happened yesterday? He strolls into practice after he didn't get the trade that he wanted, which was to end up in Miami. I'm going to question the heart of Andrew Wiggins, who I think is soft as cottonelle tissue. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying this is what I've been told that Jimmy Butler feels.
I think the real problem is Andrew Wiggins got the money. What does Andrew Wiggins need with it? I mean, like, good for you, Andrew Wiggins. I'm happy you got paid.
27, 28, 29 over the next 3 years.
Do you even want Andrew Wiggins starting on your team? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want him as a starter. I don't think he's a starting caliber, but not on a team I would want to put together. I don't know what. Like, he's athletic. That's true. His game really hasn't developed. Really, either side of the block.
Andrew Wiggins, let's talk about him because it's now his 6th season in the association. He's already the Timberwolves' 2nd all-time leading scorer, Cat's 3rd, by the way. Wiggins was asked at Media Day how he's handled shouldering the blame for the Wolves' struggles. He said, quote, "I felt like I was on the rise my first 3 years, and then some changes were made." Is it fair, though, to ask him to reach another level of his game?
Rich, you understand what that quote is? Well, Tibbs and Jimmy are no longer here to yell and scream at me, so I'm going to be better now. If I'm a Timberwolves fan and I heard that quote, I would go, oh, no! How many more years is this guy signed for? How much more money do we owe him?
Wiggins. Oh, wow! He takes flight again! I told you he can fly!
This is nothing. This is who he's been. He does it for a little bit, we get excited, like, ooh, it's finally coming together for Andrew Wiggins.
It looks like it's more consistent now. He's playing consistent basketball.
That's the face I wanted. We just got up close of his face because
the
really.
Tiger doesn't change his stripes, he just changes jungles. People, like, he's not a second or third year player. He's been in the league for a while. He does this every year.
Changing jungles can reshape you, too.
Give the face.
He's reshaped, and I see it.
I have spoken.
I am not buying the Timberwolves at all, and I am all the way out on Andrew Wiggins. I think his time in the league as one of those guys, he just has all this potential to unlock. I don't buy it. I think that he is what he is at this point. I don't think he can hit another level.
Close that gap, leaves it well short. Didn't hit rim, so the Wolves have to hurry. Wiggins gets it away, and Andrew Wiggins able to bank one in. Fortunate Jim.
Backdoor Wiggins to the rack!
Hitting him from running. Covington able to take it away.
Wiggins came in there, though, and knocked him off.
Andrew let it fly at the buzzer, rattles it in, and man, did the Timberwolves need that.
Certainly did.
Momentum. Gibson fighting for it. Towns comes down with it. Can't get it to go. Andrew Wiggins just leaped out of the gym. Looks like he had a pogo
break
stick
as well.
Or at the rim, baby. Yeah.
At the rim.
Little trampoline action for Andrew Wiggins.
He certainly has been trying to live up to that $146 million max extension he signed.
Close the third. They batted in the air. Bielitsa still time for the Wolves. Rubio gets it away. Wiggins at the buzzer. Oh, baby! He got it to go. What was on the line? They're going to say it's a 2. But how about that finish by the Timberwolves to tie it up?
He's averaging 20 points a game. I mean, Byron, are you convinced yet that he's going to pay this off, or do you need to see more?
I still need to see more, but I do like this about Andrew Wiggins. It's the fact that everybody was saying that they shouldn't have gave him all this money, and he has a chip on his shoulder. And and that guy is going out and saying, okay, you didn't want to give me that money, or you don't think I deserve that money, I'm going to show everybody that I deserve that money.
Oklahoma City. Westbrook 4 of 13. Towns has picked up the 4 personals in only 12 minutes of play.
For Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew is having himself a night. 6 to shoot. Wiggins pulls up for the 2, and Andrew feeling the confidence.
Unbelievable.
38 in the game for Andrew.
Plus Andrew Wiggins. Now, Andrew Wiggins is a 22-point scorer. And remember, Andrew Wiggins, he's 24 years old, he's athletic. Everybody's killing him because he's clearly not a 1 or a 2.
Everybody says, oh, I'm tired of Andrew Wiggins, he's not an alpha. I don't know if I need Andrew Wiggins to be an alpha if he's involved in the right culture. He's never been involved in the right culture of basketball.
There's something going on with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're pretty good. Yeah. And do you know who's really good?
Tell me.
Andrew Wiggins, the much doubted, the much criticized Andrew Wiggins, the quote-unquote bust Andrew Wiggins has been falling this year.
Too, but Andrew, he's been incredible. Andrew Wiggins delivering big for his head coach with a 40-point night. He's standing by with Marty. Wiggins 3. Wolves take the lead for the first time this night. Wiggins wide open, looking for another, and he'll get another. Wiggins feeling it. Oh my goodness, Andrew Wiggins!
Andrew Wiggins is their go-to man, and he's delivering big time every time. So right now, I mean, I want to see more. I obviously want to see more because this is a long season. But what I've seen so far, early part of this season, he's not only worth it, should be asking for a raise.
Oh.